We've all seen the American version of Tom and Jerry, but you may not have heard of Japan version. With one difference, it's humans teasing each other in any given chance. Teasing Master Tagaki-san. The first time I heard the name, I really thought otherwise about it knowing Japan. Nishikata attempts and fails to prank his seatmate Takagi using an improvised jack-in-a-box. Because as always Tagaki always have an upper hand. She was already on to making the same move on him and is successful to do so. Later, Takagi borrows his eraser, reminding him of a childish tale that used to be popular, stating how if one writes their crush's name on their eraser and finish using it, their love will be mutual. While she is away, Nishikata takes her eraser to write a name on it. And if you still don't get the plot, Nishikata's whole mission is to one day make Tagaki blush. Man really needs to grow some balls. However, he sees a message that says, "Look at the hallway," where Takagi is there giggling. Secretly though, Nishikata's name is written on the other side. Nishikata goes to school and sees Takagi on the window. When he cannot find her, Takagi pops out from the curtain beside him. Yet again, Nishikata fumbles in humiliation. As Nishikata tries to make a funny face to Takagi, she gives him tips for a much improved and even funnier face. However, as he turns his head, he faces Mr. Hanabi and gets scolded. Mina, Sanae, and Yukari are walking home when Mina suddenly stops and steps on what she believes is a 100 yen coin. After some investigating, Yukari and Sanae tell Mina it is actually a token. Nishikata and Takagi's class is having calligraphy lessons when Takagi proposes writing a word of what they want from each other. Nishikata's second attempt backfires when Takagi uncharacteristically shows kindness to him. As it turns out, she had rubbed ink on his face as her second calligraphy depicts. Mina and Yukari mope about the heat when they notice Sanae wearing a short-sleeved uniform. Later, Mina and Yukari switch to shorter sleeves, but Sanae is in a longer uniform. During English class, Nishikata plans to distract Takagi long enough so she cannot answer the teacher when it is her turn to read aloud. To his disappointment, although she is caught by surprise, she easily finds the assigned line and answers it. Nishikata is unable to participate in the pool with the class due to a hand injury. As he sits on the bench, Takagi tests him to solve why she is not swimming. In a panic, he goes with his initial guess that she is undergoing menstruation. In reality, she did not have any problem and feigned a condition to join him. Mina tries to drink a can of coffee, but struggles with its strong taste. Sanae offers her juice, which Mina graciously accepts before Sanae clarifies such a drink is childish. On the way to school, Takagi suggests a contest to see who can throw their respective cans in, with the loser forced to obey the victor. After she successfully makes her toss, she distracts Nishikata enough on his attempt to miss. Mina drinks a bottle of soda, though its fizz is too discomforting for her. Yukari drinks it without problem until she feels the urge to burp. She then lets one out while Mina talks loudly, which Sanae notices. Nishikata decides to form an exercise regimen based on Takagi's teasing. After she comments that he looks more muscular, a motivated Nishikata strives to continue his training. Mina, Sanae, and Yukari see two cats outside and pretend that they are having a conversation as a couple. Just as school is over with for the day, it starts raining. Takagi then suggests that she and Nishikata walk home together. As they do so under an umbrella, Takagi teases Nishikata about the situation, much to his chagrin. Nishikata is ordered to clean the science room. Before doing so, he discovers Takagi hiding in a closet, after which she convinces him to play 4 rounds of rock, paper, scissors, with the loser cleaning a quarter of the room. Nishikata ultimately loses all 4. When Nishikata notices a jungle gym, he assumes Takagi will be reluctant to kick over the high bar. However, she orders him to look away during her first attempt. When Takagi goes again, Nishikata, who believes she is cheating, looks and realizes she is wearing shorts underneath her skirt, but concedes defeat, as he broke the no-look rule. After spending the night watching the anime 100% Unrequited Love with the air conditioner on, a sick Nishikata arrives to class late. Concerned for his health, Takagi does not tease him throughout the day. After his attempts to instigate her fail, he tells her he is not actually ill and had simply overslept. While visiting the candy store, Mina, Sanae, and Yukari spot Takagi and Nishikata together. Inferring they are dating, the three begin to follow the pair. Noticing their presence, Takagi hides herself and Nishikata in a bush until they leave. Nishikata is busy studying for exams when Takagi joins him and decides to help. As they head home in the evening, Takagi reveals the study problems they were doing will not be on the test. Damn, that's why never trust your enemy, especially a bitch. Yukari stresses the need to get at least 90% on her exams to earn any video game she wants. As she begins to study the category, she discovers the next test subject is math, to her disbelief. After getting their test results back, Nishikata and Takagi try guessing each other's scores. When Nishikata overthinks his answer, Takagi reveals his initial guess was actually correct. At the bookstore, Nishikata buys the latest volume of 100% Unrequited Love. As he is leaving, he runs into Takagi. Not wanting her to know this, Nishikata lies until Takagi reveals she saw him buy it. Nishikata and Takagi take shelter at the shrine during a rainstorm. As soaked, Takagi begins to change out of her uniform and asks if she may wear Nishikata's PE shirt. After making a bet on if the rain will stop, Takagi allows him to wear her PE shirt. After seeing their classmates Mono and Nakai riding a bike together, Takagi suggests doing the same with Nishikata, which he reluctantly agrees. When they begin practicing, Takagi agitates Nishikata. Upon failing, he gets her a can of juice but does not have enough money for himself, prompting Takagi to buy one for him. At Yukari's house, she is working on her summer homework while Mina and Sane chide her for not enjoying the break. Unable to practice tandem, Takagi challenges Nishikata to a test of courage. Inside a tunnel, Takagi begins to play pranks on Nishikata. At home, Nishikata continues his workouts. While walking and eating popsicles, Mina and Sane tell an annoyed Yukari that she will help them with their assignments due to her being the class president. Nishikata finds Takagi and follows her around before she hides in a bush, where she pops out and scares him. When a cicada surprises her enough to stumble, Nishikata scrapes his knee trying to catch her. The two go to a faucet to clean his wound, while Takagi gives him her handkerchief to wrap it. At the mall's bookstore, Nishikata purchases the latest volume of 100% Unrequited Love, but encounters Takagi outside, and she makes a bet saying she knows what he bought. To deceive her, Nishikata copies the character's actions. Despite this, however, she still guesses correctly. Having lost the bet, Nishikata has to help Takagi select a swimsuit, a task that proves too embarrassing for him. When he sees Mono and Nakai in the store, he hides in the dressing room until they leave upon greeting Takagi. At the beach, Mina and Sane prepare to swim when they notice Yukari pumping air into a life preserver as she cannot swim. Deciding to leave her, the two enjoy their day until they return to find an exhausted Yukari, who had to exhale into the inflatable as the pump broke. Discussing their summer homework, Takagi agrees to let Nishikata copy her answers and proposes working together at his house. Inside, she says she likes his room, prompting him to ask if they should study. As he only has one desk, they study together on his bed, during which she shows the assignments in question or can writing drills, much to his dismay. The class has been secretly writing love letters to one another. After a while, Takagi affirms to Nishikata she wrote him a letter. When he reads it, it is just an invitation to walk home with her. In a flashback to their inaugural day of middle school, Takagi was worried after losing an unknown item when Nishikata arrived to class late. After getting their seat assignments, an annoyed Nishikata complained to his seatmate about how Takagi was responsible for him being late. After the entrance ceremony, she revealed she was the one he had helped, while the lost object was her handkerchief. After hurting his knee, Nishikata remembers he still has Takagi's handkerchief. The next day, the class changes seats. The new arrangement separates Takagi, Nishikata, Mono, and Nakai. After his effort to switch with his friend Kimura fails, Nishikata places his head on his desk in resignation. Upon waking up, he discovers Takagi had switched with Mono and Nakai with Kimura. Nishikata eventually returns the handkerchief. That night, Takagi unfurls it to find a thank you note from Nishikata, which causes her to happily squirm in her bed. If you want a part 2 to this recap, make sure to get us to 50 likes, and subscribe for more.